Hi Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do want to do a collective reading today, pull in some Archangels and some tarot, some other decks, just to kind of see where we're at. What are we working with as a collective at this time? So that's what we're going to get into today. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for finding my channel. And if you've been here for a while, I do appreciate you coming back. And I appreciate your time and energy exchange. So we're going to start with the Archangels today. That's what this deck is. We're going to start with them to get the baseline, and we'll dig deeper into the layers and just see what kind of energy we have playing out in the collective at this time. All right, Spirit, what do we have going on in the collective right now that we need to focus on? All right, we have Archangel Charity, Pillar of Service. Serve with a gracious heart and know God is serving you. All right, that's beautiful energy. So a phrase that came to my mind the other day, which is very relevant here, is it's not about the love that you get, it's about the love you give. You know, we were put here as volunteers a long time ago, before you were born, to spread love. That's our purpose here. So there's going to be times we're going to give love to somebody who can't give it back. And that's just our purpose. Okay, so how can you spread love and not worry about what you're getting back? We have Archangel Raziel, the inner workings. There are hidden truths below the surface. Dig deeper. Okay. Okay, and then the last one is Archangel Zadkiel, karmic release. It's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. Okay. Bottom of the deck here, we have Archangel Azrael, which is transcendence. You wouldn't be who you are without what you have overcome. Own your story. This is so true. So what we're doing here is we are focusing our energy outward as far as what we can give. Okay? But we're also focusing our inner work on healing. Okay, so this is kind of addressing the shadow, which is why I do have a shadow deck here to go with this reading today. And then we also have karmic release. So whatever has been holding you back, is your karma tied to something? So this is what we're in the process of releasing. So we are focusing our energy on being a pillar of service and giving love in whatever form that shows up for you in your life and your purpose. We are going within and we are discovering hidden truths about ourselves or about the way things are in society, or maybe even some like family secret or any kind of secret. It could also be hidden knowledge. So like I consider that like the esoteric. All right. So these are the things that are shrouded in mystery. So this is what our inner truths are and our inner workings and what we're going digging deeper on to find out more about. And then we're releasing what doesn't serve us in our future so that we can transcend. All right. So now we're acknowledging that all of the pain and the suffering that we have gone through up to this point has led us to where we are today. And without that, we wouldn't be who we are. So beautiful place to start out a reading. Let's dig in a little deeper. All right, let's get into the tarot. So let's start over here on this Charity Pillar of Service card. What do we have to go with? A lot fell, a lot on the floor. I'm going to pause it and get back. Okay, so we had the Ace of Cups in the upright, the Chariot in reverse, the Devil, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So there is this saying in tarot, what falls to the floor comes to your door. So it's interesting that we have these things coming to your door, because it's a mixed bag of stuff. There is a fear of moving forward and not stepping into your purpose. Maybe because you don't understand the purpose. Again, there may even still be more things to release or to face, our shadow work. The Devil card is about our shadow work. Okay? Everybody associates this differently in tarot. This is the dark parts of us that we refuse to acknowledge. So whether it is our temptations in life, our vices, even just ways of being that maybe growing up we were told were not becoming for us to behave that way. Whatever it is that you hide about yourself, that is your shadow self. What are you avoiding? Because the good stuff happens in the shadow. So what our job is to go in and illuminate, light up those things in the shadow. But some of us are so afraid of doing that because of these past hurts. The Hierophant. And the Star. And the Queen of Cups. Collective. You were born to do this work. You volunteered to be here to do this work. So when we're talking about charity and pillar of service, this is what I want you to think about. We all have our God selves and our devil selves inside of us. They're not external to you. They never were. They're within you. And you can choose to feed one or you can feed the other. If you feed the God in you, this is what you're getting. You're getting this overflow of love. And not only that, but you're sharing it. You are sharing that love that's coming from God out to others. Even if it is just in a smile, holding the door for someone, being nice to somebody, sitting down next to a bench and talking to a stranger who just maybe was having suicidal thoughts that day and you made him feel better. It doesn't matter what the work is, because the work comes from your heart. And if it's something that you feel needs to be done and is the right thing and the good thing to do, then that's what you're being called to do it. But because we have this Chariot in reverse, there is a fear. There is a fear about moving forward and doing this. All right? Some of us have a lack mentality. Some of us are afraid that if we let go of something, nothing will replace it. Still a lack mentality. Oh, if I worked so hard in my life to acquire, excuse me, this, and this, and now you're telling me to give it up because something better is coming, I don't trust that. And again, that is part of your shadow. Why don't you trust that? Have you been let down before? Likely so. Have you been left with nothing before? Likely so. So what we're working on over here is trusting that the cup is always full. And if it is ever empty, know that you are the one in charge of filling it. I don't mean to laugh, but this feels like something that is surrounding the collective at this time. We're just supposed to focus on Source, on God, and the love that we receive, and then go and reverberate it outwards in whatever way works for you. Do you make people smile by your jokes? Do you make people feel good because you put your arm around them in a hard time in their life and say, it's going to be okay? Are you that great friend that people always call and dump their load onto? because they're just miserable and they know they can trust you. But yet here you are not trusting what's coming into your life and how to alchemize what's happening here. We have the Queen of Wands. The collective, the majority of you are feminines. Okay, and for those who are not, you can still embody the Queen of Wands energy. This is about being a passionate leader, moving forward confidently, and doing what she or he needs to do to protect everything that you are. This is a snake protecting her little nest of eggs here. Gonna strike at you if you even try to come within this area. So, with this pile, we will get into this a little deeper. But just know that fear is the opposite of love. And that we will need to go within and do our inner work to rid ourselves of this fear of lack, this fear that nothing will replace what we're leaving behind. Because what we're leaving behind does not serve us. It may have served us for a time, okay, whatever it is, whether it is a job, a relationship, a friendship, a house, my stuff, my furniture, where I live, like I want to move states, I want to move countries. Whatever your soul is calling you to do is part of your work. And you need to listen to that and trust that. Because right now there is a lack of trust in the process. All right, let's get over here to Archangel Raziel with the inner workings and the hidden truths. What do we have to go along with this pile, please, Spirit? Okay, we got, oh yeah. So, I consider our shadow element, our darkness, very much going along with this card. We have the Nine of Swords. That is about anxiety, fear, worry, all of that. We are too much in our head about thinking about stuff. We're overthinking about stuff. And we're not feeling stuff with our heart. So the message here is get out of your head and get into your heart. There's this old song called Get Out of My Dreams and Get Into My Car. That's kind of what it's like. Get out of your head and get into reality. Some of us are too much in our dreamlands, our la-la lands, thinking about how awesome everything's going to be when this is all over and trying to bypass the process. That is what's keeping us stuck. We cannot bypass the process. There is no bypassing of this process. It's dark. It's ugly. It's scary. And it's okay to go in with that fear and that lack. That's what we're here to shed. So go in and feel those feelings, feel them deeply, and know that this is not serving you and that we need to release it. All right. And the bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man. So here we have rest and rejuvenation. I love that because we need it. We have celebrations of any kind, whether it's weddings, parties to go to, baby showers, birthday parties. Sometimes, too, this is just celebrating our milestones. So, again, we're getting into the Eight of Pentacles here. We are working hard towards something, and we are knowing when to let our body rest when it needs it. And we're celebrating our milestones, okay? So let's just say you put a goal on the tablet, and it says, okay, by next week, I want to have learned Russian. Well, if you learned Russian by next week, celebrate that, because that's amazing. Whatever goal that you have put down for yourself, I'm gathering that with the majority of you, you're just crushing them. You're like, goal check, yep, done, next. Goal check, done. These are the things that we need to celebrate because you are working your butt off to get to where you need to go. You're doing the work. and you're even resting your body and mind when it needs it. But I'm still getting this residual energy of fear, worry, anxiety. And you know what? That's okay. I'm not telling you that what you're dealing with is wrong, or having fear around moving forward is wrong, because all of us are dealing with this. And if any of us say they're not, then they did, and they've already healed past that, okay? So no one is perfect in this process. In fact, the whole point of this process is to learn who you truly are deep down inside, and to sort of remove the blockages as you go, okay? So things that have been, excuse me, holding you back, and because my voice keeps needing to be cleared, I'm getting that some of us are afraid to speak up about something, and that's okay too, okay? Like the talk. Some of us are worried about sitting someone down and having the talk. That's okay. Do it while you're shaking. And trust that you will come out of it in the end a better individual, because you will have learned the lessons to get you to this point. And again, remember the bottom of the deck here. You wouldn't be who you are without having overcome everything in your past and creating your story now. I just saw 1333, if that's relevant to anybody. So now we're seeing things in a different perspective, okay? We're not seeing things as being, what am I getting out of it? Okay? It's about what can I give to somebody? And also learning the value of boundaries. Some of us have been born and have just been givers our entire life, and that's okay. But what we're learning here with this Ace of Cups is that we cannot give from an empty cup. We go around and we say, you look awfully sad today. Here's some of my water. I'll replenish you. You look like you need some. Here you go. Good day. Here, you need some. All right. But then when it comes time for you and your self-love, this cup is empty. There's nothing anymore to fill for you. So what you're being guided to do at this time is to let God or source or whatever you refer to, that omnipresent light up in the sky, to fill this cup. Allow that cup to be full. And you drink from it first. You say, you know what? I need this. I need this. And then once you have drank from it and you are replenished and you feel amazing, you've done your work, you've rested, your body is rejuvenated. Then you go around and say, okay, you can have some, and you can have some, and you can have some. You can even be like Oprah. You get some water, and you get some water. Whatever you want to do with it, okay? But you're being called to focus on this cup, filling it for yourself first. Then spread it and share it. Because again, you can go fill everyone's cup all day long, but if you, at the end of the day it's empty and you have nothing left, then you don't get to rest. That is what self-love is, and self-care. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if we'll get into it. We'll see how the Shadow Work Oracle goes, but that is also self-worth. Do you feel worthy to drink from this cup? And I know that that's what a lot of us are processing right now. All right, let it go. Let's get into this Archangel Zadkiel karmic release. It's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. Guess what? Guess what gives you your radiant self? Self-care, self-love. Even if it's just a ritual in the morning. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink tea? Whatever you drink, whatever you get up and do in your morning ritual, remember this cup every morning. And say, yep, that's my cup. It's full. It's morning. I'm replenished. I feel awesome. Time to go out and attack the world. Here's the other thing that we're working on with boundaries. Let's just say you have your cup. You fill it, you drink from it, you feel excellent. You encounter 3 people in your day that need your love in whatever way that comes. You fill their cups. Now it's empty. I'm not saying it's going to be empty after 3 people. Everybody's cups and situations are different. But now 5 more people line up behind them and say, "Oh, I saw what you did for them. I am thirsty too. Please help." You have to learn at this point when to draw that boundary and say, "You know what? My cup is empty. I'm going to take time out of my day now to go refill it and replenish myself." So certainly when I come back, I can help you. But if not, that might be something that we're releasing. These 5 that came after these 3 are, I'm not going to say less important in our lives, but maybe they're the takers. You're the giver and they're the takers. And that's where we're learning to draw the boundary line. I can't help you today, sir, ma'am, creature, because I need to help myself at this time. I need to go replenish my own cup. And I'm sorry if that offends you or makes you mad, but that's not my problem to solve. Okay? So again, give your love and your light to those who need it. But when somebody comes up to you and just wants to take it and expects it from you and doesn't replenish your cup and give you back anything, those are the people that we're learning to set our boundaries for and say, "You know what? I've seen you come through here over and over and over again, and you just keep taking my awesome juice, but I need it. And there are others that need it. You need to go learn how to replenish your own water or juice or milk, whatever you're creating or filling your cup with, okay?" So save your cup for yourself. And then with the overflow, share it to those who need it. All right. We got the moon and the Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. All right, so with this immediately, I'm getting that some of that fear over here is tied to being alone. Some of you are afraid of being alone. And that's also this fear, worry, anxiety. We got the 6 of Wands. Okay, in reverse. So some of us also don't believe that we're going to be able to do this. We have Judgment at the bottom. So, all right, let's look at this deeper. Some of us are afraid that if we cut somebody off or if we set that boundary, then we are going to be left without. There's a fear around that. We also fear being alone. And not being successful in something. So maybe some of us are not good with money and are afraid that if we're given the power to handle money, that this is what we'll do with it. So rather than working hard on our pentacles and thriving and mastering our money situations. Okay, this is also a nurturing situation. So these are deer. There's 2. There's a mommy and a baby. Some of us are afraid, again, I'm getting there's children involved, that if they give something up, that they will be left without. So that is a lack mentality that we are working on within our shadow. But the 9 of Cups here says, guess what? You're going to do it. And you're going to be amazing at it. And even though we have the 6 of Wands in reverse, the moon here says, stop worrying. It's just a fear. You're going to be blissful. And again, Six of Wands usually stands for victory, success, accolades. There's a chance that in this process of what you're doing, maybe people will not recognize what you do as being a victorious act. But it doesn't matter. Because guess what? You're going to be happy in your situation. And that's what matters. So we're also being called to let go of outward appearances. So if you're afraid that someone's not going to like what you do, hey, grab a number. It's your life. You are the one in charge. You have angelic support, and you're going to do your thing because you're working hard at it. We just got to let go of some of these fears. It's all in your head. And that's exactly what the Nine of Swords is. It's staying up late at night. It's being fearful, worrying, all those things. But if you trust in the process, the things that you're fearful of, you'll learn in time, are just a part of your shadow. And it doesn't mean that it's actually something to be fearful of. It's actually something that's been programmed into you by society to be scared of, if that makes sense to you. So society has said, guess what? You shouldn't tell people no. You should just go along with it and say yes. Because that's the right thing to do. I'm going to use rape as an example. In society, men have told women that rape is inevitable and that you should just go along with it because if you don't, you could end up dead. Now, does that seem right or fair or just? Not even a little bit. But guess what it did? It instilled fear in women to not fight back. To not say, no, I don't want to be raped today, so let's not. And guess what? Your chances of survival when fighting back are far greater than if you don't. Because a rapist does not prefer a combatant victim. You scream, you yell, you punch, you kick. Hey, you still may not end up in the best situation, but your chances of survival go up extremely high when you fight back. So that's what I'm getting at here. Don't let whatever society has told you shouldn't do get in your head, because they did that for a reason. They wanted targets to be easier. They wanted you to be complacent and easy to oppress. But we are in the era of standing up for ourselves and saying, you know what? Not today, Satan. Not today. I know who I am. I am strong in my convictions. I can do this. I am doing this. Not only am I doing this, but I am thriving in this. All right, let's jump decks. All right, so this is the Shadow Work Oracle. I am going to get one for each pile. And then one of these to also get for each pile. Okay. All right. So let's start over here with charity. We have authentic self. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Uniqueness and individuality. And then we have Gemini. I speak my truth. What topics would I like to learn more about? I speak my truth. All right. So, I told you there was something with the throat chakra because my throat's been needing to clear this entire reading. So, that is about speaking your truth. Now, we also have Gemini, which is about Mercury and speaking your truth. So, there is something here that is like on the tip of our tongue that we're just waiting to get it out, whatever it is, okay? It could be something that pertains to the truth. It could be something that pertains to who we really are. You know, maybe there's a part of us that, again, we've hidden, and now we're ready to express it, whatever that aspect is about ourselves. You know, maybe we grew up straight and we're ready to tell everybody that maybe we don't prefer that way of living, okay? It could be a transgender situation. Maybe some of us grew up female and now want to take on a male role, or vice versa. So whatever it is that is your truth, I feel very, very solidly here that it is just at the tip of the tongue, ready to be expressed. And as soon as we express it, we automatically get rid of so much of this fear, worry, anxiety. And again, even with the moon, there is something that we are hiding about ourselves that we're afraid to tell people because, you know, it's just one of those things, okay? We all have many facets of ourselves that we hide because we feel that they will not be accepted by society. Because again, going back to the societal norms and what is society saying that we should be? Can you fit in this box? Can you fit in this box or this box? Well, then if you don't fit in any of these boxes, then you're weird. Okay. Be weird. I love weird people. I do. I look for them. Oh, you're weird. I want to talk to you. They're usually the ones too that are introverted, and they're like, what, you're talking to me? What? But I'm weird. I did this on purpose to put a block up, a wall up. But guess what? You're not doing that. That doesn't work. You're putting your freak flag out and you are attracting others like you. So choose what you wear every day. Choose how you do your hair every day based on your authentic self. Does this emulate me and my authentic self? Or am I just putting clothes on to go do some normal, boring stuff? You get to choose. You get to wake up every day and say, this is who I am, and this is who I am deciding to be. Embrace it. All right, let's get over here. We have making peace. In the midst of adversity lies the path of self-discovery, profound, genuine risk. All right. So, we do have celebrations here, and that can be peace offerings, you know? Hey, let's get together and have some coffee. Clink. And again, that might be something someone's fearful of. They're afraid to ask somebody out. And again, that's inner self-worth issues. That's what we're working on. There's nothing wrong with that. I am greater than my habits. What are a few habits that I can improve upon? And this is ametrine. So are there habits where, let's just say, we get all stuck in our head and get too fearful to go and do something? I made the plans. I laid the groundwork for this celebration. And then the day came and I'm like, I can't go. I'm sorry. You know, whatever it is that holds you back, that was just one example. That is a habit that we're breaking free of, okay? If your habit is to get all in your head and think of worst case scenarios, that's something to get rid of. So what are a few habits that I can improve upon? That is a great journal prompt to dig into your shadow. All right, let's get over here. Ride the storm. Let chaos and turbulence cleanse your spirit. Purge, purify, and refine. Yep. We are talking about releasing what's holding you back. So once we release it, then we get to purge, purify, and refine. So again, that has to do with this Nine of Cups. What makes you truly happy? And you're going to learn that by going deep within. You're also going to learn that by just doing things in general. What brings you joy? Does going to the grocery store and holding the door open for people bring you joy? Does going to a park and smiling at a child bring you joy? Not in a creepy way, I'm not going there. But, find what it is that brings you joy and go do more of that. And again, let go of whatever societal norms might be holding you back. Like I'm getting to, like trick-or-treating, for instance. Halloween's coming up here soon-ish. Aren't you a little too old to be trick-or-treating? That's what I'm hearing. So again, it's something that is for kids typically, but they also have grown-up parties and, then there's the trunk or treats and just stuff like that. Some adults get so into it and enjoy dressing up. I'm one of them. I love Halloween. One of my favorite holidays ever. It's okay. It doesn't make you wrong or weird or anything like that to want to dress up on Halloween, even though society says it's just for kids. It's not true. Now, going door to door might intimidate people when you're an adult, being, give me some candy, But there are other ways to enjoy it. So keep that in mind. Just because society says grown-ups shouldn't dress up for Halloween and shouldn't go trick-or-treating, you can make an adult party and celebrate it anyways. Okay, thanks a lot, society. I'm going to do my thing anyways. Throw your own party. Throw your own trunk or treat party. Whatever you have to do to have that kind of fun that you missed out because, I'm not a kid anymore. I can't dress up and go trick-or-treating. You can do other things to get you there. And then we have Nyx, the goddess of night. I love both the dark and light sides of myself. What steps can I take to begin healing what's been bothering me? What's been bothering you? What's been holding you back from releasing the stress, the worry, the fear, the anxiety, the lack mentality, the fear of moving forward, the fear of not... I'm trying to think of there's no way to turn that word into a verb. Not being successful at the end of the venture. There it is. Afraid of leaving behind something because something new will not replace it. Whatever it is that you need to look at within yourself, get your journal out and just start writing. And sometimes the journal is helpful because it puts your feelings and your emotions in words on paper. Sometimes therapy sessions are needed. Sometimes I just need to talk it out with a professional. I don't recommend you doing that with random people in your life because that information can be used against you. So be careful. How can I speak my truth and embody my authentic self? What habits can I improve upon? So you wake up in the morning again. Let's just say you have terrible morning habits, and I'm going to give you a great example because I've heard so many people that do this. You have to be to work at 8. You wake up at 7:30, and you have a 15-minute drive. That gives you 15 minutes to do what you need to do in the morning. You're rushed. You never eat breakfast. You grab your coffee to go in the car. Sometimes you probably spill hot coffee on yourself in the car. Your thoughts are running crazy of the things you have to do today and yada, 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 yada. And then, oh God, what's going to happen when I get to work? Is there a pile of paperwork I need to address? Is there problems I need to solve? Is there people that are going to be coming to me with their problems. Fill my cup, fill my cup, fill my cup. It seems so overly stressful when you could wake up even a half hour earlier and give your body some chance to relax. Fill your own cup. Fill that cup in the morning. Now again, same goes for your bedtime routine. Let's just say you have your phone, your tablet, your TV in your face right up until the moment you go to sleep. You never dream, or if you do dream, you can't make sense of them. You don't feel like you get a good night's rest. Do you have a bedtime routine? Are you softening the lights at a certain time? Are you cutting off electronics at a certain time? Are you meditating before bed? For me, I find it easier to meditate before bed than I do fresh in the morning. I feel like more comes to me. I don't know why. But I've tried it both ways. Also, too, lighting has an effect on my meditation. I actually don't prefer it to be pitch black. I like there to be a little bit of light. Just a little bit of light. But not like, super bright, crazy light. So what you're being called here to do is find the habits that work for you, how to embody your dark and your light side, speak up about yourself and what you want in this life, and go for it. And guess what? You might still take that first step with the fear, and that's fine, because all of us do that. Not all of us are so confident and ready and prepared even to go do the things we're being called to do. And that's what makes it scary. We want to sit on something and wait and wait and wait. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. But Spirit nudges us along the way. And if we dig our heels in, that rug just gets pulled out from under you. Like, you're ready, you're doing it, go. It's kind of like the baby birds in the nest. Just go. You'll learn how to fly. All right. I'm going to close this reading out with an intuition oracle just to get some closing advice here for us. What do we have for the collective today? All right. Practice non-judgment for clearer intuition. Having strong emotions and opinions about others is natural, yet intuition is best channeled through an open mind and a calm heart. If you've formed an exclusionary fixed judgment about a person or situation, consult someone intuitive and objective. Engage neutrality to avoid narrowing your interpretations and discern other layers of truth. Okay. So this could have to do with, let's just say, unconscious bias. So again, societal norms. We may have been raised to exclude certain types of people. I don't know what those certain types of people are in your life, but that might be something to look at it. Your habits. Do I habitually exclude this type of person? Again, let's go to those weirdos. You're in a class with a group of people and you have one odd person out because they look weird. Everybody's paired up. Would you go help that person? Be like, look, nobody picked you. I choose you. Like helping the underdog. I don't know why, but I've always been fond of the underdog. I always want to help the underdog. Because guess what? There's times when you are the underdog and you need help. And you would prefer to have somebody coming up to you and helping you. It's not fun to feel excluded. Okay? Like dodgeball. You're the last one picked on the team. Oh my God. Yep, I'm the nerd. I must suck at dodgeball. But that's a form of excluding somebody. Just because you look like you suck at dodgeball doesn't mean you suck as a person. So, that's what your mission here is, people. Focus on letting go of the judgment, healing yourself, embracing your uniqueness, because we all have our unique qualities and we don't fit in boxes. If somebody tries to shove you in a box, bust out of that box. You're not stuck. You are not stuck in that box. You just simply say, nope, that box is not for me. I don't want to fit in your whatever box you think I should fit in. I am an omnipresent individual with unlimited capacity and potential. And I choose to harness that for myself. All right. This is your reading for today. I thank you so much for joining me. I hope this resonated with somebody because some of us needed this. All right. So again, make sure you're filling your own cup before you fill someone else's. Go within so you never go without. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and as always, love. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. Take care, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.